From courtside to Capitol Hill, crossing boundaries and borders, if it's trending, I'm talking about it. Welcome back to the Emily Austin Show. If you see, once again, I'm not in my studio, and I know you guys miss it, I do too. It's because I'm broadcasting from Miami, and my suitcase hates me more than ever. In the last 4 days alone, I've been to Vegas, Orlando, back to New York, back to Miami, and then back to New York again. So if you see these eye bags getting progressively darker, just mind your business. Today, I went on Her Take, which by the way, could have been called Her Blood Pressure, because I walked out of there needing electrolytes and a nap. But moving on to more positive news, you've got a wild show today. Let's get into the scroll. For our first story, and this one is quite appalling, Julia Fox decided that the best Halloween costume she could find was Bloody Jackie Kennedy, as in JFK, our president who was shot and murdered. His brain splattered on her, and she had a infamous pink suit with blood on it. Yeah, because nothing says spooky season like reenacting the assassination of a president. I think it's disgusting and completely insensitive, and I don't know how she didn't have anybody on her team that was like, hey, Julia, it's probably not the best idea for you. They were like, yeah, this is it. Out of everything you could have been on Halloween, that was the outfit she went with. But now imagine JFK's relatives seeing this. But actually, we don't have to imagine that, because JFK's own grandson responded. He called it disgusting, desperate, and dangerous. When the literal family of the president you're cosplaying as is telling you to relax, maybe you should rethink it. Instead, she comes out with a very clearly PR-esque statement saying, I was empowering her or something along the lines by wearing it. Yeah, really empowering. But on the same note, do you know who did win Halloween? J.D. Vance. Do you remember this meme? This one right here, the iconic meme that people thought would insult him? Yeah, he dressed up as a fat version of the meme itself. It's very rare to see a politician who can laugh at themselves so honestly. But then you have JD. Next up, Dubai is now selling the world's most expensive coffee at $980 a cup. Why? Apparently the beans are extraordinarily rare. Listen, I don't care if these beans were personally blessed from angels from heaven itself, handpicked by monks and roasted over a volcano in Hawaii. There's no cup of coffee that can justify being worth $980. At that point, I better sip this coffee, get prettier, richer, smarter, and transport it to another dimension entirely. It should come with a tax refund and new identity and maybe a UAE citizenship at that point. These luxury gimmicks are getting out of hand. But like I say every episode, we live in a world where nothing ceases to amaze me. I'm sure this line will be around the block in Dubai because people lack common sense. But you know whose problem it's not? My problem. So let's get into story number 3. Finally, and this one made me LOL, Diplo went on his podcast and casually said he dated Katy Perry, which, whatever, I can't keep up with celebs dating each other anymore. But then he decided to drop that he also dated Justin Trudeau. Now, I know I say this all the time, but really, that was not on my 2025 bingo card. But I can't tell if he's joking or not. Because honestly, would I be shocked if Justin Trudeau is bisexual? I'm surprised he's even into women at all, but we'll move past that. No, I'm not surprised to hear that. But Diplo is also kind of an unserious guy, and this podcast is very funny in general. And it's gotten to the point that no one even cares that he casually dropped he was dating Katy Perry. Everyone skipped right past that and went, hold on, Justin is bi? Now he, as in Justin Trudeau, has not confirmed or denied these allegations, but if I'm a guy, right, or girl, and I am straight, and it's trending that I'm bi, I personally would like to clear the air. So the fact that he hasn't said anything to me is saying something. And this is the celebrity gossip that I want to keep up with. So if any of y'all see any statements by Justin Trudeau, DM the Emily Austin Show. But I don't think he will, because I think he is bi. All right, well, that's your scroll. Now let's talk about what's really driving me insane.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money,
Today's main story is tipping culture and how it has gone off the rails. I'm sorry, I have questions. I was in Orlando this weekend, and as I'm leaving the hotel, I noticed a barcode right by my phone charger. So I scan it. Why? I don't know. I'm curious. And it's asking me to tip my housekeeping. Why would I tip my housekeeping if I'm already paying an arm and a leg for this hotel room? I need to additionally now tip them. By the way, I don't even think they came to my room because my bed was not even made, but whatever, that's besides the point. Next up, I'm in Vegas and I'm going to buy an energy drink at like a tiny little market in the hotel. The woman scanned it and handed it to me and then says, could you click this button for me? And it's asking me if I want to leave her a tip. This was the exchange. I need to give you a tip for handing me an energy drink that cost, by the way, $8? When did tipping become mandatory and a down payment for existing? I feel like every time I breathe, somebody needs to be tipped for that. Now, don't get me wrong. A tip for an actual service? Absolutely. Restaurants, dining, when I get my nails done. There's a million instances in which they deserve a generous tip. Drivers even, my Uber drivers, when they're extra nice, 5 stars, tip, why not? But tipping has turned into a guilt trip subscription service for the most basic tasks. If I'm going to Blank Street Coffee and I'm buying my matcha and I'm paying probably $11 at this point because I get almond milk and I get vanilla syrup and then I substitute this and that or whatever, I need to then also leave a tip on top of the $11 bill for the matcha. So I'm a little bit confused. But here to discuss this very serious topic is comedian Matan Peretz.
Matan, welcome to the Emily Austin Show. We need some
Wow.
answers. I need to understand when tipping culture has become to the point that people have to start taking out a mortgage to pay for tipping. So please, I need you to give me some clarity here.
Yeah, I think it just get a little bit out of control. Like for servers, they'll give you your food, whatever. It's fine, I guess, because I was a waiter for like most of my life, I guess, because I'm a big success. So most of my life, I was a waiter or a bartender. You know me. I'm a successful individual. But then it really got out of control. Really, like everybody wants you to tip them. I just give them, like life tips. I think that's the best way to like you know so no tip. I'm like, yeah, do not walk alone on dark places. I'm just trying to take humanity forward. But I think it's just crazy how much people expect you to tip, especially I know you've been in the shalvata. I don't want to name names, but like the drink is already like 1,000 shekels. And then the bartender is like, so how much do you want to tip? And I'm like, yeah, I just
Are you serious? I didn't know
take
that was a thing
whatever.
too.
Oh, yeah, dude, it's just I it started off very nice and awesome and like, yeah, they deserve it. And to the point, it's like, I don't think you deserve a tip. Just give me my shake and that's it,
Just hand me the item and leave me
Yeah,
alone. Matan,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
you travel wide and far. What has been the weirdest slash most unnecessary tip suggestion you've ever seen? I just experienced mine. My straw that broke the camel's back was having to tip a housekeeper in a hotel that I'm already paying a lot of money for.
Oh my God, really? I think my weirdest tipping experience is somebody tipped me. It's
You, as
like
in like a comedian?
no, it's like we were in, I think it was Bulgaria, I think, and there was a bus full of old people and us, which is awesome. And I was wearing a black t-shirt like I always do. And one of the old ladies like got off the bus and she was very old. I was like, which one is your bag? And she said this one. So I gave her her bag and she was like, she gave
No.
me
How much did she give you?
it was like 10 euros.
Good. You can get like a matcha with almond milk for that.
Yeah,
Wait, I am dead. I'm thinking about all the times when I'm getting off a plane, how people hand me like my suitcase, and now in my head I have them going like on their phone, like, "Would you like to leave a tip?"
know. I think because I got this
No,
face of like, whenever I go to like grocery stores or whatever, I have the face of like, you work here, right? So like, yeah,
you
I'm
have
just
that face? Yeah.
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 Thank you.
Oh,
So so whenever in the supermarket, I think it was like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago,
wait, what if you
because
just
now
went
I
with it? You're like, yeah, how can I help you? It's right down aisle
what
seven.
that's exactly what I did because now I order my groceries online. But like 3 years ago, I went
Oh,
to
because
a
you're obviously
supermarket.
cool and famous now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Love it.
can walk in the street, you know.
Yeah.
So I helped an old lady again because I'm nice, and she was like, "Can you bring me like the cans, whatever, a higher shelf?" And I was like, "Sure." And again, black T-shirt, this face, bad combination. So I handed her I handed her the cans. I was like, I think it was like pickles or whatever. And then another old lady was like, "Excuse me, where's the chicken?" And I was like, "In aisle two." And then
Did they
another
tip
one,
you this time?
and after a while, the manager came and he's like, you don't work here, right? I was like, yeah, I guess
Wait, he
nobody else.
he told you you know you don't work here?
Yeah, because somebody told him, oh, this guy helped me.
Wait, what did he expect you to say? Like, oh, sorry, I forgot. I don't work here. Thank you for
Yeah.
reminding me. What do you
I,
mean? He should have tipped you.
I was like, neither do you. Like nobody works here. I'm helping out old ladies, and you just on your phone. Somebody should do the work. And yeah, so I was working in the grocery store for like 20 minutes. It was awesome.
Okay, so you were a bartender, you
Yeah.
were a server slash waiter,
Mhm.
you worked in a
Yeah.
grocery store. You're like
Yeah.
every kid's dream when they grow up. This is awesome.
Uh, I was how do you say a preschool
Anything else? Were you
uh
voluntary, like those people who help you cross the
Madrid.
street?
Listen, I did so many things before I became like a stand-up comedian. You wouldn't believe. I was a lifeguard once.
I want to
Okay,
tell you something. Okay, the viewers watching, they don't know this. The
okay,
viewers watching
okay,
don't know.
okay.
Matan lives in Israel. He'll probably move to America soon. He's trying to get a green card. So if he hits you up and you're a hot American girl, he just wants a green card. Beware.
Fair.
But Israel, for whatever reason, they have lifeguards who I believe to become qualified to be a lifeguard. Like, yeah, you need to know how to swim. That's fine. You need to know how to violate someone. You need to know how to verbally berate them at
Yeah,
any given time, at any given day. Like, this is how they warn
that's
you, right? A normal lifeguard will be
that's
like, "Hey, girl in the pink bathing suit by the rocks, you can't be there." In Tel Aviv, hey, fat cross-eyed girl,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you need to
Fat
move there
hairy
before.
girl. Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, woman that looks like a man, please move.
Excuse me, a lady who looks like a sir. I'm just asking.
Oh, you know what? I have a question. We're getting off track here, but
Let's go.
Hebrew, this is how am I going to explain this? Hebrew is a language that when you're speaking to someone, you have to
Mhm.
direct them as a male or a female.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like what do you do for people who are transgender or non-binary?
Oh, we don't have that here.
No, come on, that's not true.
No, we listen. I don't think we got that upgrade in humanity. I think we didn't click on like update the device, so we don't get that. Like they them for us, it's like anachnu. Nobody says anachnu.
That means
Yeah,
we.
yeah. Nobody is like like it's weird, but if in English you say, "Do you want to have a drink?" Doesn't get any gender, right? Do you
Right,
want to have a
it's
drink? Could be
genderless.
male, female. But in Hebrew, if you say "at רוצה," it's already a female.
It's
רוצה
female,
is
right?
a male. So you don't know. It's like
So you
you
guys, you
can't.
don't have they thems?
Not that I've encountered.
Are you serious? This is kind of like this is like article worthy. Israel, well, to be fair, Arabic also has, well, in Arabic you can't
Yeah,
be transgender,
I'm
but
sure they're out there. Like I say they, I mean that guy, but like they're out there. Asking people to do they them, but I
how?
don't.
But in Hebrew, there's no word.
So that's the thing. That's what we struggle with it so much that I think even the non-binary in Israel just don't have enough energy to like they just Demi Lovato the whole thing. I'm a female again.
What
Just
does that
leave me
mean?
alone.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. I was like, What does Demi Lovato have to do with this?
Yeah, because she was like a they them for like 20 minutes, and then after everybody misgendered her, she was like, "Okay, I'm a woman again.
Oh, yeah,
Leave me
isn't she
alone."
married now to a man?
I don't know,
I
but
think she is. Matan, you're not
yeah,
keeping up with Demi Lovato's
I'm sorry
useless.
that I'm too straight for that, but like it's it's
Dude,
just
when you
it
search
is
Demi
a
Lovato, by the way, everyone should know
okay.
this. Demi Lovato poot is the first thing that comes up.
Oh God, all right, that's
Do you
not
know what that
creepy at
means?
all.
Demi Lovato married? Question mark. Yeah, she married a
Yeah,
dude.
really? Plot twist right there.
Yeah. She married. Looks like a normal guy. I don't know.
I think she wanted to be special, but then she realized it's exhausting, so
You
she
know what it
just gave it
is?
up.
It's just like America had a phase. Well, it didn't end, but it definitely became less popular.
Yeah,
That for whatever reason, it was just so normal to start questioning your gender. But
yeah,
that became really dangerous because it started affecting the kids. And like, you know me, you even know my mom. I was such a tomboy growing up. My mom told
yeah.
me that if I were growing up in 2025, my teachers would definitely convince me that I'm a boy because I
Oh
was
my
like an
God.
athlete and I like dinosaurs and playing in the grass and like Barbies I hated and like that used to just be normal. Like, oh, she's a tomboy, she'll grow out of it. Clearly, I did.
Yeah, it's dangerous. I don't, but I really, I'm looking at my 16-year-old sister right now, Leori, and they don't have that. They
That's
like
amazing.
the Israeli youth are just like they have their own like messed up thoughts and things in their head, obviously, like every teenager. But
Right.
I look at American teenagers and American TV shows now, and I'm like, oh, thank God it didn't make the way like died. It died somewhere in
It
the
died in
Mediterranean.
transit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Drowned during one of Greta Thunberg's flotillas or something.
Mm,
It didn't really get here. When I was in college, when I studied communications. We had a little bit of conversation about like they them and
really?
how yeah, like how would we address it in Hebrew, and even the professor was uncomfortable of trying to like some
Wow.
people are anachnu, and I was like, no, just no.
So how would anachnu, which again for the viewers, anachnu means us. How would you address someone? You'd be like, anachnu, are you coming with us?
No, you were like atem, like
Oh, a 10, like you guys? Oh, that's so
yeah.
funny. Oh my God, that's so funny.
That's why it would never make its way. It doesn't sit right with the language.
Are you guys?
I
Well,
think
technically, by the way, they, them is very grammatically incorrect. They is a group of people. Do you see them? They're weird, like as in a group of people. But now
yeah,
it's like one person, and
but
we've
you
just
guys,
accepted it.
but your language, which I love, obviously English, is really like it's open to multiple genders of like when you speak, just like the example I gave, like what do you
Yeah.
want to do to I don't know if it's a boy or a girl until we use the proper pronouns, but in Hebrew you can't even say let's have a drink or can you hand me that towel. You
Mm,
can't say the simplest things without referring to a male
I
or a
know.
female.
That's why it's so hard for me to speak in Hebrew because sometimes I just want to actually have a normal conversation. And then I will like misgender everybody because I'll just be like, oh, I thought and it's like I'm speaking to a man and everything I said was feminine. But I don't
Yeah,
have the patience to sit there and now hash out like, okay, this word has to end in this syllable. It's a really hard language.
it is. Hebrew is
And
hard
it's hard.
because the language that we speak comes from the Bible, right? It's very, and it comes from God if you believe in the Bible and everything. And it really had to make sense to people so they can communicate. And it's there's a lot of examples of like how Hebrew kind of like the alphabet. Why do you say alphabet in English?
Why do we say it?
Yeah, the alphabet. Alphabet, it's aleph bet. It's
Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
yeah,
No. No. I
yeah,
never,
yeah,
how did I not realize that?
yeah. What are you talking about? The aleph bet. We
Alphabet.
say aleph bet. Yeah, the aleph bet. the
Oh, I
alphabet.
want everyone who's boycotting Israel to boycott the alphabet now.
Yeah, the
Boycott it.
alphabet. Why would you say that? I was as a kid. I remember that it was. Oh, it's the alphabet. I was like, that's English. That's not Hebrew. And yeah, it comes
So
from
for those
Hebrew. That's it.
for Americans who don't understand what he's saying, alphabet in Hebrew, like A and B is aleph bet. Alphabet. By the way, you know something else I learned that's really cool, and I'm so glad
Mm,
we obviously stayed on topic, is you know the word abracadabra, like it's
yeah,
magic? I heard it was like avra ki divra or dibra, like it happened because I
it's
spoke
from
it.
it's from Aramaic.
Yeah, that's like manifestation.
Yeah, it's from Aramaic.
That's so
Abracadabra.
cool.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of like Aramaic and Hebrew. I think it's just like English and Spanish.
So
It's
cool.
so close, and it feeds out of each other. And as somebody who study like obviously Bible for like all my life because I was raised religious. So there's a lot of things that you read in the Bible and you're like, they spoke to each other in the same language that I'm speaking right now. Obviously,
Pretty
slangs or
cool.
whatever, but like it's crazy. When I did my reserve service at the beginning of the conflict, the one of the main things that really helped me through it is like looking out of my guarding post and thinking like 3,500 years ago, my ancestors they looked at the same mountains. It's crazy
That's
to
cool. I
me.
think about that when I'm in Israel. Like when I walk on the stones in Jerusalem, I'm like, oh my God, like right under me is where King Solomon was. King David
Yeah.
was here. I'm like, I'm not worthy of being here, you know? Honestly, they sinned a lot, so maybe I am, but I think about that.
You know,
Thank
actual
you,
thing.
Rabbi Peretz. We appreciate this Dvar Torah. We all
Yeah.
feel enlightened biblically. This was really incredible to hear
Sure.
such biblical lessons from a comedian.
Yeah.
No, but really, Matan, you already know, for the viewers watching, Matan is really one of the funniest human beings on this planet Earth. So if you can bless us by letting us know where we can watch your content, that would be
Oh,
great.
oh, sure. At Matan Peretz, Instagram, Matan Peretz, TikTok, Facebook. I'm doing a bunch of shows in English here in Israel before hopefully doing my tour in the States on January, starting the third week of January. Still working on it.
Awesome.
So obviously I'll keep you posted. You're the first one to know. So yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Thanks for joining.
Let's see what the internet's betting on because you know they're always betting on something. The one that I found very eye-catching today was, will Maduro, the leader of Venezuela, be out in 2025? Now keep in mind, like, we're November 2nd, so we're November, December, and then 2026. So will he be out by New Year's? Right now, Polymarket has this at 22%. So if I put $100 that he's out by New Year's, I'll get back $454, which honestly is not super promising to me. Like, I would make these odds way higher. But I also understand where people are coming from because for whatever reason, everyone thinks Trump is going to strike Venezuela. I don't think so. And even if he strikes Venezuela, why would Maduro be out in like 2 months? It doesn't make sense to me. But on a more fun Polymarket odd, who will the Super Bowl champion be in 2026? Polymarket has right now the Buffalo Bills at 14%, Kansas City Chiefs also at 14%, and then the Philadelphia, what are they? The Flyers? Eagles.
Flyers are the hockey team, though.
Clearly, you can see how much I watch the NFL. The Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, fly, Eagles, fly. Yeah, okay, I know that. Are at 11%. Now, do I watch the NFL? No. Will I bet anyway? Yes. I'm going to go. I want to bet on Buffalo because I'm a New Yorker and I think it would be cool to have some like New York pride. But I'm feeling the Chiefs. Something's telling me. All right, so if I buy yes on the Chiefs, let's say I put $100. Wow, I'll get back 714. So let's say I put like, I don't know, 250. I'll get 1,800. It's good for me. We won the Super Bowl. It's coming up soon. soon. Yeah, I'm feeling good about these. I'm feeling good about these odds. Let's see. I don't really like publicly endorsing a team, but I did bet on the Knicks, so it's game time.
C5. Wayne time. Yeah.
For today's game time, we are playing Subway Series. Is this a game? No, but I'll make it one for you guys. So I found these clips online, and I just could not believe what I was seeing. Personally, I'm not gonna lie and ever be like, yeah, I take the subway, it's crazy. I've never taken the subway, and I never will. But do I enjoy seeing the videos that y'all are posting about it? Yeah, they're funny when they're not violent. But these 3 clips, for whatever reason, just took me out. Look at this woman on the subway who, let's just say, didn't really find a seat. Next up, and if you thought New York couldn't get any more New York, this video will prove you wrong.
That's wild. Really cooking right now?
Gotta eat, man. Bacon, egg, and cheese, fresh off the rail.
Smells amazing.
Almost done. Hit it with that cheese melt. Boom. Wrap it up.
How much?
5 flat.
Bet.
Anyone? Bacon, egg, and cheese on the subway? Might as well order it because there's a guy making it for you. And then last but not least, you have your own WrestleMania on the subway. Who needs to go to watch WWE when you could get it live in New York City, underground? It's incredible. Take a look.
Let's go, ref! Let's go, ref! Let's go, ref! Let's go, ref!
So now, for this game, you can each comment what your ranking is of best Subway series to worst. None of these are bad, but I'm gonna rank them anyway. For me, the bacon and eggs on the subway just destroyed me the first time I saw it. I sent that video to like everybody I know. To me, there's nothing that speaks more to New York than that video. Number 2, I'm going with WrestleMania, because if I were a passenger on that subway, I would just die laughing. Like, I don't care what kind of bad day I had. If I see people wrestling on the subway in a costume like that, I'm giggling, faux show. And then the girl with the hair, like, it's funny because I'm not there, but I'm genuinely concerned, A, how physically, like, how she's doing that, but B, I just wouldn't trust a person like that sitting with me on the subway. I personally would leave, but to each their own. People have places to be, I get that, respect. But that's a Subway series. Nothing in New York will ever amaze me. For future game times, send me your favorite videos. They could be Subway series, they could be crazy New York moments, or anything actually. I wanna see what you think should be the video of the week, so send that to me on @EmilyAustinShow on Instagram, @EmilyAustinShow on X. Y'all know where to find us. Last but not least, here's what you should care about. Today is November 4th, all right? We already know New York City's election. I don't need to educate you as to what's at stake here. But today is the last day to vote. This is coming out in the morning, so y'all have no excuse, if you have not voted yet, to get out there, find the nearest ballot. You don't even have to show ID anymore. Like, we've gotten to a point in elections where you don't even have to present a government ID to prove that you have a right to vote. So get out there. Don't vote for Sliwa because he is a POS and did not drop out of this election and literally might cost us the election. Go vote for Cuomo, Hot Girls for Cuomo, you already know who it is. Mamdani is going to absolutely destroy the city. Like, I'm kind of being half joking, half serious right now, but this is very serious. He will turn New York, the capitalist city of America, into what communism looks like. And we just don't need that. We're not in a terrible place. We need to grow, not go back in time and repeat mistakes that politicians made that have quite literally destroyed their countries. So many New Yorkers have fled communist countries to find a future in New York, and now you're gonna put someone in the mayor's office that's literally replicating those horrible mistakes? It's a no for me. Don't make that mistake. Get out to the ballots and vote. From overpriced coffee to tipping chaos to apparently now language classes too, this episode was a roller coaster. But the takeaway? Politics are loud, culture is louder, but your vote is the loudest of them all. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time on The Emily Austin Show.